you're here to... This is the frontier of NCR territory, and we're the first... South of here is Camp Guardian, but they've been having radio trouble, so they've been silent for a while now. No problem. Hey, do me a favor when you get back to Reyes and tell her that we don't need any more damn... It's not my... We're not gonna die of thirst anytime soon, but You think I haven't tried? I keep getting deliveries of ammunition for some reason.
Welcome back. The station's been silent for quite some time now. I'll switch over all radio. Before you go, we've received some disturbing reports from some of the ranger stations. Heavy casualties. The weirdest one has to be the Great Khans and their trained death. I know you've already been out there, but could you do me a solid? Nothing is severe. Charlie seems to be getting a lot of extra medical supplies for some reason. Echo has been reporting heavy lead. Hello.
Yeah? No, I didn't. You might hear that kind of nonsense from a drunk... That patrol was wiped out by its own incompetence.
We got ourselves a little Ranger family reunion now. Time's right for a few.
Why are you still here?
Did you need something else? High casualties? We've had one broken ankle, but nobody... There are other ranger posts around. Any injury, illness, or death. Chief Hanlon and his aides compile the reports and assign... Do a fucking head...
Yeah? You must be mistaken. I haven't filed... If someone is saying I filed that report, that's a load of...
Welcome back. I knew it. Every one of the false reports. I need you to take everything we found to Chief Hanlon and confront him with it.
I'd gladly fight at your side.
Wish I could have been...
Back west, you don't see too many. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out of. Just a lot of mud and dust now. But if you're here long enough, it starts to... You must be the courier folks have been talking about. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up. I could tell you a lot if you had the time, but I'd mind... Suppose it depends on what you think's good. If you want some tall tales about hunting down... It's kind of a long one, but all right. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of... Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been... We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. When we reached the place, it's 6... There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with... And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. They had planted an NCR flag over the well. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming. 100. The men looked at each other. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost... Well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could and we took them back north. Raised big horners. Had some... In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first two. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix. Joshua Graham, when the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, but once they were in, they were stuck there. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start. That only lasted about a minute before. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. By the time the veterans got to they followed us down there. We'd packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon. Folks around here call me the chief, but handling's just fine. Mostly administrative work, helping. Legion fires. Caesar's a hard man. Mojave outposts send word through the stations. Some of the patrol rangers have reported that I wish they got here. They have the best equipment. Techs strip out the joint servos so you don't need special. It feels like you're carrying a Brahmin on. The Baja Rangers can do more advanced. Ranger combat helmets are old pre-war gear. Word is that the Legion's old. They're the best of the best and the baddest. You come across it. Take a regular legionary and age him 10 years. Whatever they live, you live 10 years in Caesar's elite guard. They travel. They aren't the toughest legionaries. There's no real equivalent to them in the NCR. They wear special outfits, too. The best of the best, the worst of the... Like a lot of the followers who went out in the wilderness, not much different from how the Rangers... Out to the Grand Canyon. He met a missionary from Utah. All 3 of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there. Back when they were... Yes and no. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos. The only tribe in the Legion is... Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever. The Praetorians covered Graham. It's not that clear cut. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham. Some folks think he's... Somewhere along the way, he realized... Showed him how to use guns, how to make... And he no longer needed the followers, NCR. He became Caesar, and Josh... Interesting that she would... But I suppose you're in the right... It's a simple system when it works. Comm Rangers send the intel up the... Then I or one of the other Rangers... Well, the logical thing, different people see different things. I don't know, Technical Sergeant Reyes. Heck, I get confused, and I've been doing this for a long time now. That's not to say Reyes is... Comm Rangers might have an intel needs to be coordinated through... Troopers have enough to deal with. Hold on. Don't worry.
Hello.
Looks like we booted the Legion out of Nelson. damn time.
Sorting and manipulating intel. This job isn't all gunfight. You have you? Misdirection. Misdirection's what saved me all these years. He's closer now than he ever was before. It's never gonna end. The Legion is the worst enemy we've ever faced. More than anyone cares to count up. But we're fighting on their behalf, but Mr. House, they'll drain us dry while we fight and die over this. Troopers and Rangers have been dying here for more than 5. People back home don't listen. They don't care. Senators, it's been so many years that people forget about it. And even if we hold this dam, what then? Patrol the whole length of the Colorado for hundreds of miles? Creating fear and instability among the troopers without... It took some people getting killed to realize that. First thing that comes to mind is to turn me in. Even if your heart's in the right place. Oliver can't stand that Rangers got credit for victory at Hoover. Whatever I recommend, he does the opposite. He put them right on the western part of the dam itself. If the troopers fall back, and they will, the Rangers... It's a gamble either way. For our sake, I hope you're right. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna walk up.
Looks like we booted the Legion out of Nelson.
Sorting and manipulating. Fair enough. Rangers, this is the chief. I know I can ramble on
Looks like
sometimes,
we
but I
booted the
need you
Legion
to
out of
listen
Nelson.
close for the next
About
minute
damn time.
or so. I've got some bad news. I messed up. Made a mistake. I thought I could help us get out of here, but it didn't work out. I messed up. Made a mistake. I thought I could help us get out of here, but it didn't work out. Rangers get injured all the time. It's part of the job.
Looks like we
But if you lose a few fingers, get a bad break, that's
Wish
it.
I could have been there to see
You step
Caesar
down.
die. What an asshole.
Rangers get injured all the time.
Hey.
It's part of the job. But if you lose a few fingers, get a bad break, that's it. You step down. We rely on each other too much to let our infirmities become a liability. The Ranger knows when it's time. Only I didn't. We rely on each other too much to let our infirmities become a liability. The Ranger knows when it's time.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Somewhere along the way, something broke inside me. I couldn't find us a way out of this desert. I wrestled with it, and it took me down a dark road. Somewhere along the way, something broke inside me. I couldn't find us a way out of this desert. I wrestled with it, and it took me down a dark road. I wish I could explain it to you. The old chief's finally at a loss for words. I wish I could explain it to you. The old chief's finally at a loss for words. Send me all the Legion you can. I'll be waiting for them. Send me all the Legion you can. I'll be waiting for them.
That shot came from the chief's office. Why did you do it? Haven't had any reports from Station Charlie in a while. Hope everything's okay. Nelson's back in our hands.
Hey, what did Chief Hanlon... What? Chief Hanlon?
I hope we can defend it this time.
Something else you wanted? That's a complicated question, but I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa... I suppose if asked, I...
I like you, stranger. You've stood by us when not many would.
You've been doing good things for us.
I can't believe this shit. You... Whatever you say...
Looks like break time's over.
Need anything? I really... Like I said, talk to Alice McLafferty. She's in charge. I already told you.
The NCR took back Nelson. Maybe they can win this war after all.